Hello, welcome to Networking Security, Module 21, ASA Firewall Configuration. So, basic ASA Firewall Configuration. So, the ASA, Command Line Interface is proprietary OS. Is a proprietary OS which has a similar look and feel to the router iOS. For example, though, the ASA CLI contains command prompts similar to that of the Cisco iOS router, abbreviation of commands, keywords, use of tab key to complete a partial command, use of the help key after command to view additional syntax. Yan yung common. So this table will show you the contrast between the iOS router command and the ASA command. So paglalagay daw ng privileged executive password sa Cisco iOS, nire-require tayo na gumamit ng encryption using the command enable secret. However, in Cisco ASA depende siguro kung makabagong model or na-revise yung iOS or yung kanilang Cisco ASA OS to include yung encrypted privileged password. Yan. Kaya lang dito sa example natin, enable password lang yung available. Enable password and then yung plain text yung password. So sa pag-configure ng remote access, doon sa Cisco iOS, we need to go to the line B2Y and then i-express natin or ilagay natin kung ilang session ang gusto natin. Ayan. Then the password command and login. So dito naman sa ating ASA password yung nakalagay pero may kasunod pa yan. Ang kasunod niyan ay yung telnet na command. Anyway, later so kulang pa ito syempre to configure yung telnet. So anyway, gamitin natin yung text. Kunyari magko-configure tayo ng telnet. Bukod sa password, may karuktong pa siya. So kunyari password Cisco tel PA55 for our telnet and then command na telnet. Kunyari pwedeng specific host specific host, kunyari doon sa ating private network or inside network or isang buong subnet ng private network. Example lang 172.16.0.0.255.255.255.0. Tapos yung interface name pwede kasi yung interface inside inside, outside, or sample lang muna inside. Kunyari ang ating interface na nakakonect doon sa ating local area network ay nilagyan natin ng inside na zone. Yan yung kailangan niya, followed by other parameters, telnet time out in minutes. Pwedeng na-idle ka ng mga 15 minutes. Yan, 15 minutes. To verify that, merong show run telnet. So bukod doon sa password kaya lang ito, ang kagandahan ng nito, pati yung show run pwedeng gamitin sa global configuration mode. So ang step by step nito ay ganito kunyari ASA-1 yung ating firewall, tapos nag-type kayo enable, magre-require yan ng password which is blanco, walang password by default. Tapos configure terminal and then ASA-1 config. Usually puro config nakalagay dito na line sa global configuration mode. Tignan na lang natin later, no? Once na mag-configure na tayo ng router. Bali ganyan. So testingin natin mamaya ito, yung mga configuration na yan. So di maglagay na rin tayo enable password na. Enable password nyari Cisco ENPA55. So sa routing, no, yung static routing niya, IP route, KIOS, route interface niya, kunyari route inside, no? Pag verification command niya, show IP interface brief, dito baliktad eh, show interface IP brief, show IP route for viewing the routing table, show route naman dito, show IP not translation kung gusto niyo makita yung actual translated addresses, no? KASA, show xlate, copy running -config to startup -config sa iOS, no? And then sa ASA daw write, erase startup -config to remove the configuration sa running or sa startup config, no? Tapos write erase naman po dito sa ASA. Yan yung mga counterpart na command, no? ASA CLI commands can be executed regardless of the current configuration mode prompt. Yan, kunyari show password, no? Show password encryption. So pansinin nyo, diba yung show natin sa Cisco iOS CLI, usually sa privilege natin siya tinatype. Sa Cisco iOS do, kung gusto mong hindi ka umalis dyan sa configuration mode, no? So ASA default configuration, no? So the ASA 5506, no, -X with firepower services ships with a default configuration that in most instances is sufficient, no, for a basic SOHO deployment. Use the configure factory default global configuration mode command to restore the factory default configuration. The default host name is Cisco ASA. By default though, the privileged exec and console line password are not configured. So again, by default, the privileged exec and console line password are not configured. So these settings though can be changed, no, manually using the CLI or interactively using the CLI setup initialization wizard or yung GUI equivalent, no, using software, no, using the ASDM startup wizard. So mga option lang naman yung iba, no, pero usually dito sa ating demo ay CLI yung gagamitin natin. So the wizard, no, is displayed when there is no startup configuration and prompts pre-configured firewall now through interactive prompt. Tatanungin kayo yes or no. To cancel and display the ASA default user exec, enter no, otherwise enter yes, or simply press enter to accept default yes, no. So this initiate the wizard and the ASA interactively guides an administrator to configure the default settings. Gaya niya, no? May separate management port nga pala yung yung ASA. Kung saan ayun ang ginagamit natin to access, no, yung ASA. Yan. Naglagay ng IP address doon sa management port na 1.1 din subnet mask. So parang ito yung yung sa configuration dialog ng Cisco iOS na configure management settings and services. So the default ASA user prompt is Cisco ASA greater than sign. No? This is displayed when ASA configuration is erased, or the device is rebooted, and the user does not use the interactive setup wizard. To enter privileged exec mode, of course you can use enable user exec mode command. Initially, an ASA does not have a password configured. Therefore, when prompted for password, leave the enable password prompt blank and press enter. The ASA date and time should be set, either manually or by using the NTP. To set the date and time, clock set din yung kanyang command sa privilege exec command. Enter the global configuration mode using the configure terminal. Yun din yung gagamitin nyo. Exit lang din kung gusto nyo makabalik sa privilege mode. An ASA must be configured with basic management settings. The table displays the commands to accomplish this task. Host name specifies a host name up to 63 characters. Your host name must start and end with a letter or digit and have as interior character only letter, digits, or a hyphen. Domain name, set the default domain name. Tapos enable password, it sets the enable password for privileged exec mode. Set the password as case sensitive string of 3 to 32 alphanumeric and special character, not including a question mark or space. Banner remote TD message, same as doon sa Cisco iOS CLI natin. Provides legal notification and configure the system to display a message of the day when connecting to ASA. Key config, dash key password encryption. Set the passphrase between 8 to 128 character long, used to generate the encryption key. Password encryption, enables password encryption and encrypt all user password using AES. Yung pala yung password encryption niya. Yung enable or yung service password encryption sa CLI ng iOS. Password encryption naman for ASA. Lagay na rin natin siya dito sa ating yung IP domain dash name. Kunyari netsec. Tapos banner MOTD. Gaya ng ginagawa natin do sa iOS CLI, yung this is a secure network, authorized access only. Tapos magtatapos din yan dun sa delimiter natin na sharp. Password encryption. Ayan. So to configure banner with several lines, the banner MOTD must be entered multiple times. So the privileged exec password is automatically encrypted using MD5. However, stronger encryption using AES should be enabled. To do so, no, a master passphrase must be configured and AES encryption must be enabled. To change the master passphrase, use the key config, no? Key config, ayan, password. So kailangan pala muna yun, no? Kasi kailangan meron kang key tapos enable mo yung encryption na AES. So itong key na to will be used, no, to encrypt, no, yung password natin doon sa enable password. So kasama muna yun, key config. Cisco key PA55. I'm not sure kung tatanggapin niya itong ganito kahabang text, no? Pero try na lang natin siguro dun sa configuration. Isama na lang natin ito maya maya. So the ASA5506 has 8 gigabit Ethernet interfaces that can be configured to carry traffic from different networks. G11, no? Ito yan. Yun yung order ng number niya, G11, G12, and G18. No? Is used by convention as the outside interface and is set to receive its IP address over the HCP by default. So ibig sabihin, if you wanted to connect this router to a modem at mag-act itong port na to as WAN or WAN interface, ilagay nyo rito yung inyong DSL or yung connection sa LAN na merong DHCP, mag-o-obtain yan. Yan. And then the rest you can configure para sa LAN, DMZ, and so on. Pero in reality naman, pwedeng ito i-configure mo as yung LAN, no? Or DMZ, no? Depende sa inyo, pero by default daw kasi, no? So the remaining interfaces G12, G18 can be assigned, no, to inside network or DMZ. In addition daw, gigabit Ethernet port is dedicated to in-band management. It is designed as management 1.1, no? There are also RJ45 and USB console connection for out-of-band management. So how to configure an interface, no? So the IP address of an interface can be configured using one of the following options. It can be configured statically or manually. Yan. This is common, no? Or commonly used to assign an IP address and mask to the interface. Ang command daw is IP address, and subnet mask. Kung mag-obtain naman tayo sa DHCP, IP address DHCP, so again, meron tayong IP address DHCP. The interface will request an IP address configuration from the upstream device, or pwedeng ilagay nyo IP address DHCP set route, no? Used to have the interface request and install the default route to the upstream device. So ibig sabihin, ako ito ginagamit ko ay IP address DHCP set route para kapag nakapag-acquire ako ng IP address on that interface, which is the internet, no, automatically it will create a default route, static default route. Yan. Meron na tayong entry kaagad, no? Ito kasing IP address DHCP, IP address lang yan, eh. Yan. pero walang default route na naka-install doon sa routing table. Maglalagay ka pa manually. Kung ikaw naman ay na-connect sa iyong DSL that uses PPPoE service, no? May username and password yun eh. Okay? So, IP address, PPPoE. Yan. Interface configuration mode command that requires an IP address from the upstream device. Kasi may kulang pa yan. Dapat may username pa na nakalagay dyan sa sa inyong ASA. Kasi may username na nakakonfigure doon sa authentication server ng ISP natin using PPPoE. Pwede rin naman IP address PPPoE set route, no? Parang DHCP rin, kaya lang ang kaibahan lang, naglagay ka ng username and password sa iyong CLI para ma-authenticate ka ng ISP. So each interface must have security level, no? From 0 to 100. The command below are used to configure basic interface parameter. Verify the interface addressing and status with the show interface IP brief command as shown below. No? Take note that the show command does not need to be entered in the user exec mode. Hindi kasi tinatanggap ang show sa user yung show command. Meron tayong tinatawag na name if. No? Papasok ka muna sa interface, kunyari gigabit 11, name if, kunyari inside, gigabit 12, name if DMZ, and so on. No? Names the interface using a text string of up to 48 character. The name is not case sensitive. You can change the name by re-entering this command, no, with the new value. Do not enter the no form because that command causes all command that refer to that name to be deleted. Security level value. Set the security level where number is an integer 0 to 100. Yan, kunyari security level kunyari inside, no? Security level 100 by default yun eh. Then no shutdown, no? To activate the interface. The example, no? Kunyari interface G11 outside, security level 0, although automatic naman ini-specify ng ASA na 0 yan kasi nga outside yung na-detect niya, no? Then IP address pwedeng static or dynamic, no shutdown, no? Configure a default static route in case na nakalimutan yung maglagay ng set route dun sa obtaining DHCP address. Pwede naman kayong mag-manual, no? Route to outside, no? Any network, no? To any subnet mask. Tapos pwedeng next up IP, no? Next up IP. Telnet or SSH, no, is required to manage the ESA 5506. To enable Telnet service, use the command listed in the table. Ayan yung nabanggit natin kanina. So, yung password and then your password. Now, set the login password up to 80 characters in length for Telnet. And then Telnet, merong IPv4 address mask, IPv6 address prefix, tapos kung ano yung interface name niya, no, kung inside or outside, no? Identifies with which inside host. Pwede kasing specific device lang yan. Or network can Telnet DSA interface. Use the clear configure Telnet command to remove Telnet connection. So Telnet timeout yan, nabanggit na natin kanina, no? Yan, tapos AAA authentication Telnet console local. Ayan, para magamit nyo yung local, no? AAA authentication Telnet console local configures Telnet to refer to local database for authentication. So local keyword is case sensitive and is predefined, no, by server. Clear config Telnet will remove Telnet connection from the configuration. Kung SSH naman po yung i-configure natin, no? Username, no? And then password. username, password. Pwede rin yun sa ano, sa telnet, no? Yung telnet, ito pala. So sa SSH, username, password, to create a local database entry. AAA authentication SSH, console local, or pwedeng radius ito, no? Kung mayroong radius server. So it configures SSH to refer to the local database for authentication. The local keyword is case sensitive and is predefined server tag. CryptoKey generate RSA modulus. Generate the RSA key required for SSH encryption. Modulus size in bits, no? Can be 512, 768, 1024, or 2048. A value of 2048 is recommended. And then SSH, pwedeng specific host or network and subnet mask or IPv6 prefix. And then kung inside, outside, or DMC interface, no? So identifies which inside host or network can SSH to the ASA interface. Multiple command can be in the configuration. If the IF name is not specified, SSH is enabled on all interfaces except the outside interface. So use the clear configure SSH command to remove SSH connection. Followed by version, no? Kunyari SSH version 2, SSH timeout. Ayan. Ito yung sample output niya for configuration. So username admin, password class, AAA authentication for SSH, no? Local, CryptoKey, generate RSA modulus 2048. Ayan. So dito na-specify niya isa-isang client, no? 1.3, 1.4, pati yung sa outside, no? Syempre kung outside yan, pwedeng public IP address ng ano, ng authorized user, no? So network time protocol, in case that you wanted to synchronize with an NTP server, no? Ito yung command, no? NTP authenticate, NTP trusted key, kung ano man yung key naka-configure doon sa inyong NTP server, tapos kung ano yung password nun, no? Or yung shared key, and then yung IP address of the remote server. Pwede rin natin configure yung ASA, no? To provide an DHCP password. So again, we can configure ASA to provide the DHCP services, no, for the client, no? For example, doon sa ating inside interface, no, going to LAN. So ang command daw is DHCP, DHCPD address, and then yung range na kaagad ng IP address ito. So create DHCP address pool, in which IP address 1 is the starting, no, of the pool, and address 2 is the end of the pool, separated by hyphen. Okay, separated by hyphen or dash, no? So the address pool must be on the same subnet as the ASA interface. So if you wanted to DHCP service to install, no, yung DNS server address do sa client, DHCPD DNS, no? And then pwedeng multiple DNS kasi ito, so kunyari 888, no? This is optional daw, no? Specifies the IP address of DNS server. DHCPD list, no? Kung gusto nyo specify kung ilang araw, ilang oras lang siya magpapahiram ng IP address. If you wanted to provide a domain name, no? Domain name search, kunyari Hendrix IT or kung ano mang pangalan, pwedeng gamitin nyo to, no? DHCPD domain. Kung meron kayong authoritative DNS server, for example, no? Doon sa inyong local area network, optional din ito. Specify the domain name assigned to the client, and then DHCPD enable, kunyari inside, no? Enables the DHCP server service daemon on the interface, typically the inside interface of the ASA. So let's configure our ASA, according here to our topology. Okay, so ito yung magpo-prompt sa atin, sa Cisco ASA, yung user exec mode kaagad, and then when we type enable, manghihingi ng password, although by default blanco yung password nito, just enter and then change nyo na lang later, Ayan, just like doon sa Cisco iOS CLI, enable password, for example Cisco ENPA55, yan yung ating magiging new enable password. And then host name, banner, then let's configure our gigabit 01 interface, which is sa inside siya, So to configure an IP address dito sa ating gigabit 01, and if you recall doon sa image doon sa ating slide, ang gigabit ng physical na device na ASA nag-start sa G1, G11, G12 and so on. Okay, yun ang kaibahan niya dito sa sa virtual appliance, So int G01, lagyan natin ang pangalan, name interface, inside. So by default, kapag ka na-detect niya ay inside, although you can use different name, yung security level nito isa-set niya kaagad sa 100, which is most secure, most secure level. Then sa paglalagay ng IP address, so IP address 172.16.01, kagaya lang din doon sa natutunan nyo before, no shutdown. So to verify the IP address, show interface IP brief. Medyo maguguluhan lang yung mundo nyo, kasi doon sa iOS show IP interface brief, dito naman show interface IP brief. Gulo din, Ba't hindi na lang pinag-isa, And then yung ating DMZ, in G02. Okay, name IF DMZ. Security level, gawin natin siyang in between 0, or any number, wag lang 0. Ayan. And then IP address, so let's do ping, yung ating server. So pansin niyo yung command na ping, saka yung show. Nandito tayo sa kunyari interface mode, pero nagagamit natin yung privilege command, yung kaibahan ng ASA firewall doon sa sa iOS, And then dito sa gigabit 00, ang ating scenario kasi dito, meron tayong ISP, that will provide automatic IP addressing. So pwedeng pagka-obtain niya automatically, gagawa na siya kagad ng default route, going to the internet, or pwede naman manual, na nakita nyo doon sa sa slide natin. Pero in this case, I wanted to allow yung ating Cisco ASV to install automatic default route, doon sa ating routing table. So as you can see, show route. So directly connected pa lang tayo, doon sa ating G01 and G02. Int G00 name IF outside, security level 0, tapos no shutdown natin, IP address DHCP, set route kaagad, show route. So meron na tayong default route. We are able to ping 888 galing dyan sa interface na yan, pero wala pa talagang actual internet connectivity. So dito sa scenario din natin, ang gagawin natin is to configure ASAB firewall as DHCP server dito sa inside interface. So gawa tayo. So DHCPD ang command, tapos range ka agad yung hinihingi niya, start IP yan, tapos ito yung last IP address. DNS server, gamitin muna natin yung public Google DNS server. DHCPD list, siguro mga 8 days na, pero in seconds natin siya i-enter. To enable the service, DHCPD enable yung pangalan ng interface natin inside. So to verify, so meron na tayong IP address doon sa ating Lubuntu client, So for remote access, meron tayong option Telnet or SSH, So if you want to configure Telnet, ang command lang ay passwd tapos yung kanyang plain text na password, or kung ayaw nyo tong password na to at gusto nyo local user database, gawa kayo nito, username admin password named, tapos ito yung kapartner niya na command para gamitin ng system yung local user database, followed by yung telnet, tapos yung network na i-allow ninyo to access the telnet. So optional lang ito, yung telnet timeout. To verify, show run telnet. Ayan. So now if you want SSH naman, of course kailangan nyo ng domain name, domain name, tapos yung crypto key. Ito na yan, yung susunod na. So pwede natin siya i-ready. Kaya lang gusto ko kasing maging pwedeng local user database yung gagawin natin, o kaya nakaturo siya sa radio server. Domain dash name, kahit anong domain name yan. Tapos crypto key generate RSA modulus, question mark nga tayo. So hanggang 4096 yung pinakamataas nito. 2048 pwede na yan. Specify the subnet that you wanted to allow, no? SSH 172.16.0.0 subnet mask nya, inside interface. Yung SSH version saka timeout optional lang naman, no? SSH timeout kunyari mga 30 minutes, no? So sa authentication yan, no? Kailangan mag-specify muna tayo ng server. So AAA the server. Yung server kasi natin dito, pangalan yun, no? Pangalan lang naman ng server yan, no? Group server. Pwede rin naman Radius, or kahit hindi nyo nasundin yung pangalan dito, no? Kaya pwedeng Radius SRB gamitin nyo. Protocol, question mark tayo. Tingnan nyo yung kanyang supported, na merong TACACS Plus, Radius, LDAP, Kerberos ng Microsoft, no? In this case, Radius gagamitin natin. So AAA DAS server. So loob kasi siya ng DMZ. Yung Radius server pala, no? AA server Radius das SRV under ng DMZ. Yan. Tapos yung key natin, ang ginawa ko yata is ASBFWPA55, verify ko na lang dito sa ating Radius server. ASAB PA55, no? Yun yung kanyang secret. So yung user natin, admin, tapos admin PA55 yung gagamitin natin mamaya. authentication port 1812. So AAA authentication, SSH, group console, and then ready to use, no? I think Radius, no? Or Radius SRB. Yan. So test natin, no? Meron din palang command dito to test, no? Test AAA. Wala natin matatawag to, no? Kasi wala pang mapping yung ating inside outside. So pumasok na, authentication successful, pumasok. Anyway, kung magpiping tayo outside, bawal ang ping, no? Anyway, so kung gumagana yun, na-access na kagad yung radio server, okay na yan. Sunod dito, dapat may internet connection yung yung client natin, going to the internet. Yun din yung DMC, So configure natin yung dynamic port address translation using the command NAT inside mapping to outside or map to outside. After auto source dynamic any interface, question mark na tayo, question mark. Testingin nga natin, hopefully gumana, no? So hindi nagre-return ng hindi siya nagre-return ng ping. How about if we use browser, no? So as you can see, no, nagre-return naman siya ng web pages, kaya lang mabagal. Okay, so ibig sabihin nito, okay yung pag-access natin ng web, kaya lang yung ping echo reply ay hindi pumapasok, no? By default naka-block siya doon sa firewall natin. So later we can create an ACL, no, to permit yung return reply packet, no? Kunyari ping tayo sa 888, i-allow natin yung ASMP reply, no? Pwede rin naman. So pwede rin natin configure si DMC to connect to the internet using NAT din, no? Siguro configure muna natin si radio server, no? Let's see kung makakonfigure nga natin. Anyway, iba kasi yung settings ito eh. Pero kung meron pa tayo ibang server dito, pwedeng lagyan muna natin ang DNS server na 888 to verify, no? Yung kanyang web access sa internet. So ngayon, if we wanted to allow yung reply packet, no? Kapag ka nag-ping tayo outside, kaya tayo ACL. So access list, kunyari outside to inside. To 172.16.0.0. And then i-deny natin yung IP, no, na nag-originate outside, no, to go to our inside. So to apply that, access group, no? Access group, pangalan, okay? So yun, no? Pumasok na yung reply natin. So testingin natin yung ano, yung SSH, no, galing sa client. So SSH 17 admin, no? So kung ayaw niyan kasi iba yung kanyang fingerprint, no? Hindi supported ng mismong security ng Lubuntu natin, hindi magputi tayo, third party na. Yan, so pasok na yung ating secure shell using server-based authentication. So, functional na yung ating topology, ano? So, puputulin ko na rito yung demonstration ng configuration niya. Some of the topic kasi doon sa slide natin, kagaya ng object group ay medyo complex kasi siya. So, pero you need to read it, if you want to learn, tapos dagdagan nyo din ng research, no, kung paano nyo gagamitin yung object and object groups na command. So I hope kahit na mixing presentation na to, no, you're able to grasp, no, and understand, no, yung mga basic settings, no, doon sa ating Cisco ASA firewall. So maraming salamat, no, sa inyong time to watch and listen, no, this